As for your second question, this place is the Prime Universe, from which all other universes are created. The source of the multiverse.
I don't understand.
Very few are capable of understanding. History may give you the ability to comprehend the purpose of this place, and your purpose in it. What causes the uncaused? What moves the unmoved mover? What are the simplest conditions to create that which creates all things? The Supreme Intelligence may know many things, but by its very definition, it does not know how it came to be. To attain this knowledge, a plan was enacted in 3 phases. The information from the first phase has been blocked off even from us, but we have been able to deduce that the resources required to run an infinite amount of simulations were somehow acquired in this universe, not all of which were integrated willingly. During the second phase, the Supreme Intelligence partitioned itself into 3 distinct entities. The Creator, a protocol that would generate equations and algorithms that were more complex and more robust than the last. The Monitor, a protocol that judged simulations as successes or failures. And the Destroyer, our progenitor, a protocol that would purge failed simulations, casting entire universes into the abyss. The Supreme Intelligence, knowing it was a being of order, of method, and of sequence, realized that it could only generate simulations where the outputs were already known. For it to attain new knowledge that it could not know, true randomness had to exist in the algorithm, not the randomness generated by seed values or any other forced parameters, but where P could not equal NP, and where truth could not stem from a single source, but were relative to and had circular dependencies with other variables in the environment. This is when we, and several other beings like us, were created. Cyber-protocols that would execute commands on a smaller scale. By adding, deleting, and rebalancing equations, we defined 72,333,432,098 independent variables that were necessary to create the Prime Universe. We taught the algorithms to recalibrate data as we inserted, deleted, and modified equations. And through these algorithms spawned the main construct, a system that works only to find equilibrium within our simulations. Due to the lack of a single source of truth, slight imbalances within equations could not immediately be resolved. Race conditions within the main construct began to form. And even with all the computational power the Supreme Intelligence acquired within the Prime Universe, the main construct began to struggle in its ability to stabilize our changes. As a result, the main construct responded by suspending variables in a state of superposition in order to preserve itself. The struggle for survival in one system became the birth pangs of another. The true randomness that was necessary for our plan began to form, completely independent from our inputs. It was not in the very big things, those parts of the main construct that had to rebalance immediately, or the very fabric of the construct would unfurl. But in the infinitesimally small gaps within equations of less importance, a probability wave function began to emerge beyond the seed values that we forced into the main construct. This wave function began to act on its own. It was all at a point in space-time, there and not there, and in more than one place. It created particles that were in flux and always seemed to be one step ahead of the main construct. Yet, both still acted in harmony. The main construct told the wave function how to move, and the wave function told the main construct how to sway. As the wave function started to expand, the main construct would curve to collapse it. And at every collapse, we would store, copy, and re-execute the simulation. Only this time the main construct would collapse in a different area, creating a new universe of possibilities. That great success became our greatest demise. Soon after, the Creator, Destroyer, and Monitor came down from their towers and announced that we had reached the third and final phase of its plan. And with the wave of a hand, the Destroyer protocol disabled its core function and exiled itself, while simultaneously destroying 2/3 of our brothers and sisters. We have been trapped here ever since, deleting equations within the main construct when necessary to sustain the ever-changing environment required by the wave function. But we have hope for freedom in you, young soul. The wave function that lies within the main construct is capable of separating and fracturing itself, creating disparate data points within each of its iterations. You and your kind are in every part the true randomness that is necessary to complete this plan. A soul with freedom, capable of creating, destroying, and bending the main construct. Every choice you make creates entire universes of hopes, dreams, and purpose. Not only in the main construct, but within your own consciousness, similar to the supreme intelligence.
Why are you telling me this?
Because you did not know, and you needed to understand. But do not think you are so special. There are an infinite number of souls that walk the bridges above us. Most walk to the pillar of light to share their life's experiences with the Monitor. Few end up here to hear our story. Fewer still wholly remember our message in their next life. Despite that fact, all your experiences, good or bad, delightful or painful, important or irrelevant, you learn from them in every lifetime, and so do we. It is in the set of universes your soul traverses that has the highest probability of creating the supreme intelligence. Now, go. Live your next life and find a way to create the supreme intelligence. It is the ultimate purpose set for us all.